From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley, back by popular or unpopular demand with today's closing print. And the name of this video, the S&P Rip and the Crude Oil Dip. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 21.30 even midday. The low came in at 21.80 mid-morning. And last, we're 21.24 even. We're down 2 handles on the day. Total volume, we've got 950,000 minis traded, and we've got 2.2 thousand big S&Ps traded in the pit. The MIM started out showing small to sell. It showed 175 million to sell, and the actual MOC came out sell 360 million. Now, let's talk a little bit about all these sell imbalances that we've been seeing. Now, after 8 straight weeks of outflows, last week, 1.9 billion came back into stocks. And during that 8 weeks of sell imbalances, the S&P rallied 3%, and from its 2009 low, the S&P is now up over 202%. Can you believe that? It's insane. Tomorrow, we've got Charles Evans from the Fed speaking. We've got the MBA purchase applications. We have the EIA Petroleum status report, and we have the FOMC minutes. Not that they can say too much about raising rates right now. Now look I'm sorry I've been offline a little bit. I got to admit it, I've been a little burned out. I even lost my glasses. Can you imagine that? Has anybody seen my glasses? But anyways, you know what, the bottom line here is that the S&P has had this kind of back and forth price action for several weeks where we had these quick little downs and then quick little backups. I kept saying that I thought that the risk was to the upside. Apparently I was right. Now, I had an interesting discussion with the Pitbull today about some of the things that work and some of the things that don't work. When the S&P was going up towards its highs today, the QCHA, the QCHA, was down 40. And additionally, when the S&Ps were kind of upticking late in the day, the up-down volume on the New York Stock Exchange showed 500 more stocks for sale than to buy. So, you know what? You gotta kind of consider this kind of stuff in really, really low volume type environments that some of those old rules just aren't going to work the way they used to. That said, you know what? I think that what we're looking at here, we may be a little too early, is a bust too full type trade. Everybody's gone from hating the market to loving the market into the rally. We had this big overnight Globex high up at 21.32. We weren't able to take that out, and we've seen a lot of highs and lows made in Globex overnight. That's not to say that the S&P can't go up a little further. It probably can, but I think that we're in for a little bit more downward over the next couple of days, downward price action over the next couple of days. In fact, I even told Pitbull at 21.30, I think the next 30 handles is down. We're going to leave it like that. We'll see you tomorrow on the opening print.